Safety Toolbox Talk number 357. Consent to establish CTE. Consent to establish CTE is the first environmental consent that an industry or infrastructure project must obtain before setting up any industrial operation or construction work. It is a legal requirement under environmental laws in many countries, especially under the Air and Water Acts in India, and is issued by the State Pollution Control Board, SPCB, or Pollution Control Committee, PCC. Magnifying glass tilted left. What is consent to establish CTE? CTE is an approval from the Environmental Regulatory Authority that permits a project proponent, industry or developer, to begin construction, installation, or setting up of facilities only after ensuring that the proposed activities will not harm the environment. Balanced Scale Legal Framework, India example. Water, Prevention and Control of Pollution, Act, 1974. Air, Prevention and Control of Pollution, Act, 1981. Environment Protection Act, 1986. Under these acts, no industry is allowed to discharge pollutants or start construction without prior consent from SPCB. Memo. When is CTE required? CTE is mandatory before setting up a new industrial unit, expanding existing operations, changing the product mix or production process, setting up infrastructure like hospitals, hotels, or power plants. Classical building. Who issues CTE? State Pollution Control Boards, SPCBs, for most industries. Pollution Control Committees, PCCs, for union territories. In some large-scale or highly polluting projects, the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, or Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, MOEF&CC, may also be involved, especially for environmental clearance. Documents required for CTE. The exact list may vary by state, but generally includes 1. Application form, e.g. via online portal like OCMMS in India. 2. Detailed project report, DPR. 3. Site plan and layout. 4. Manufacturing process description. 5. Water, air, and waste management details. 6. Land ownership or lease documents. 7. Environmental clearance, if applicable. 8. Risk analysis and safety report, for hazardous industries. 9. NOC from local authorities, if required. Hammer and wrench procedure to obtain CTE. Step-by-step process. Categorization of industry. Identify if your project falls under red, orange, green, or white category, based on pollution potential. Online application. Submit application through SPCB's portal, e.g. ocmms.nic.in, with required documents. Scrutiny by SPCB. Board checks location suitability, pollution control plans, land use zoning, etc. Site inspection, optional but common. Board may send officials to inspect the site. Decision and issuance. If the project meets environmental norms, CTE is granted along with specific conditions to be followed. Validity of CTE. Generally, 1 to 5 years, depending on the type and scale of the industry. If construction does not begin within this period, renewal or revalidation is required. Non-compliance consequences. Starting construction or setup without CTE is illegal and can lead to project stoppage, heavy fines or penalties, closure orders by SPCB, legal prosecution under environmental laws. Sample conditions attached to CTE. Install air/water pollution control systems. Limit emissions and effluent discharge. Develop green belt, plant trees. No groundwater extraction without permission. Comply with hazardous waste management rules. After CTE, next step. Once construction and setup are completed, you must apply for consent to operate (CTO) before starting actual production or operations. Thank you.